am Sure Sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is Righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am Sure Sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
William Day Memorial High School D-Cup Alumni presents its third annual fundraising barbecue on Memorial Day, May 30th, 2022. Wear your favorite jersey to Wilsonwood Park in Mount Vernon, New York. Remember to take exit 12 off the Hutchinson River Parkway. Music by DJ Mad Max of Sound 1000. Proceeds to aid the William Day High School Acosta Cup team. For more information, contact Keegan 304-607-4034. Our Codfish at 954-639-2991. Proud of people, it's important. Remember, make sure say, oh no, did that.
Yo, saw me, the young Jamaican trainer, Mr. Strength No Weakness himself. Yo, I'm here to tell you guys that the Broses family presents their second annual Blue and White Grill and Chill. Let me let you know something. It will be so much fun and amazing event. Make sure you show up and show out. From the young Jamaican trainer himself. Listen, Saturday, May 28th, and it's 3458 Ballard Avenue, Bronx, New York. We'll see you later. Strength No Weakness.
All right. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. My name's Man, and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. It is the 29th of March, the year 2022, a day before the Jamaica Reggae Boys play their final game in the World Cup qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup. At the back end of the year 2022 in Qatar. Yes, indeed. And we have no hope of qualifying, even making the playoffs. However, we shall finish 6th. Yes, Jamaica will finish the qualifiers in 6th position. You must be saying, man, you're crazy. Come off the air, you little fool, you. You have too much hope. Yeah. All right, so We're going to be discussing the game against Honduras tomorrow, but first, let me say big thank you to the sponsors of this video. Yes, 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 indeed. Want to say a big thank you to Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy, where they handle risk and seek legacy for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the United States of America. Visit them at launchlegacy.com. Come on, check them out and show them some love. Let them know that you heard about them and I am sure sports. You can also call them at 647 989 0782. Also, want to say a big thank you to Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. You can call them at 876-884-7390. They are located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they will offer you loans of up to 100,000 Jamaican dollars at low interest rate that is between 0 to 4%. And here's what the good news is: there is no processing fee to pay if you let them know you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports, and you get same day processing. All right, my people, my people. Well, we're back at it again. Big up to Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho says Africa playoff second leg today. Only 5 African teams will qualify. All 10 teams in the final came first in their qualifying group. You cannot come second or third in Africa qualifying difficult. Well, the good news is that in 2026 they will have 4 additional slots. So that means you'll have 9 teams. Yes, 9 teams from out of Africa qualifying. So they need not worry for 2026. Yes, yes, yes. 4 Asian teams will qualify: Japan, Iran, South Korea, and Saudi Arabia. All right, Tennessee Lewis, a big up Mannings man, Roger Sharp in the building. Yeah. The foreign spider there, along with Balakar. Bless up yourself, youth. Richard Stevens. Yeah, man. You speak of risk, Mannings man. What will you offer to do if Jamaica happen to again fail to win tomorrow? I don't know. I will brush myself off and cheer again, Richard. That's my style. I am loyal to the core, to the bone. I will be at the match. It's at 8:05. I'm going to be up there watching the game until around 10:05 and then head back home. I'm not going to miss a game. That's just me. I love Jamaica to the core, to the bone. 4 teams from South America qualify: Brazil, Argentina, Ecuador, Uruguay. A possible 5th place playoff with the Asian 5th place team. Yeah. That could be Chile or it could not be. It is sad, Bless up King Jav. Yeah, man. Tennessee. Yeah. CONCACAF Nations League draw is April. Big up Ronaldinho. Listen, I think, boy, Africa is very tough because, look, either Mane or Salah will miss the World Cup. Wow. Can you imagine that? Mane or Salah will miss the World Cup because of how things are. Yeah. But people, I think Jamaica will finish in 6th place. I think we will beat Honduras and El Salvador will lose. Yes, I think El Salvador playing away to Mexico, I believe. Yeah. All right, because Mexico needs to win, right? Mexico needs to win because when you look at the point standing, Mexico are in 3rd. So they can't afford to lose because if Costa Rica wins, there could be a problem. So Mexico will beat El Salvador. I think Costa Rica will lose to the United States. Jamaica, I think Panama and Canada will tie. Jamaica will beat Honduras. And so we will finish on 11 points. El Salvador will be on 10. Honduras will be on 4. We will get the double on them. I'm very optimistic. I deserve a win. I deserve a win, having followed this campaign all along. All right. Yeah. Big up, Jarvis in the building. Richard Stevens says, will you be diligently following the World Cup minus Jamaica? Cataract has expressed no interest in doing so without Jamaica. I will follow the World Cup. I love football as well, and I want to see what is happening globally where football is concerned. So I will be following the World Cup nonetheless. So I think no, they are still making some decision as to how CONCACAF will work, because CONCACAF, as you know, when we move to 48 teams, I know that South America gets I think 3 more spaces. Let me just find that. Let me just tell you how the spaces are going to be allocated. All right. So let's find that, right? I'm going to tell you how, because remember, it's going to move to 48 teams. To 48 teams, all right? So let me tell you how that is going to work. So more spaces are going to be allocated. And so I think given that teams like Jamaica will have a better chance, more South American teams and more African teams will also be in it. So let me just bring up that and give you how the spaces will be allocated, and then we'll get back to what needs to happen. All right. So in 2026, all right, in 2026, here's what will happen, right? There will be 48 World Cup slots. So, right, that is a 50% increase, they say, in terms of the qualifier. They said that Asia and Africa will have 4 additional spots. So Africa presently have 5, they will get 4. Asia presently have 4, they will get 4 more. So you'll have 9 African teams, 8 Asian teams. All right. South America, then they say UEFA and CONCACAF will get 3. All right. So CONCACAF gets 3 plus 3 more, which equals now 6 CONCACAF team will now qualify for the World Cup of 48 teams. All right. South America will get 2 more. So in South America, I think 6 teams qualify, so they get 2. That so mean that they will have 8, and Oceania gets 1. All right, 1 automatic spot, right? And then what they're going to have is that there'll be 6 inter-confederation playoff tournament for the final 2 spots. All right, so that's 10. Yeah, so when you check it, they're increasing it to 16 more teams, 16 more slots. So one of the things they're contemplating is should Mexico, USA, and Canada still play in the playoffs, even though they have they're not going to be, they're not necessarily going to need to qualify, because what would happen is that because so many nations have opportunities to play, those 3 teams will not have any games during this time, right? So should the USA, Mexico, and Canada still play in the 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign, that's part of the whole thing that they're discussing. All right. So yes, 16. They should play unless they are. You're saying that they should play unless. Yeah, man. Remember, the World Cup will be hosted by Canada, USA, and Mexico. So they generally, the host nations get 3 automatic slots. So what they're suggesting is that though they have the automatic slots, they should still have a playoff, be in the playoff, in the 18 playoff, right? but they would automatically qualify. I don't think that's a good idea because they have qualified automatically, they could enable one team to go through and try to stop a next team. So I don't think they should play. That's me. I think you should let the teams who can qualify play, right? So that's my thought. Somebody saying that they're making the World Cup more drawn out. Is it really? Because remember, with 48 teams, they're just going to split it up. That's 12 zones. So they're going to have 12 zones. So it will be 12 zones of 4. All right. Then you have 2 first and second from each zone. Yeah. Plus the top 4, the 4 top third place team. And you get to your round of 16. So it is not really, no teams will not have, no one team will have more matches than the normal World Cup. Right? What will happen is that there'll be more matches than the normal World Cup. But no team will play more than their 3 zone games as usual. So it is the same 3 games in your zone. The top 2 out of the zone qualify for the round of 16 automatically, and then the top 4 third place team. And you have your round of 16, which is knockout. So you will play the same amount of games to get to the World Cup final as usual. In fact, the qualifiers, because what they have been contemplating is that the amount of qualifying games that is played by several nations, like if Solomon Islands qualify for the World Cup, they will only play 3 games. They're finding a way that like South America plays 18 games. How can they in a short window? Because remember, it's like a year and odd that you play the 18 games in, right? If you're going to qualify 8 teams out of 10 now in South America, do you still need to play all those games? Because if 8 teams are qualifying, by the time you reach probably the end of the first round, certain teams will know that they have automatically qualified based on the points. So they are beginning to wonder if they should cut South America in zones so they have less games to play, which would make the teams better prepared to come and play in the World Cup. What say you? What say you? Yeah. Big up Jason in the building. yeah, the unruly people, they watch and don't like the video. Come on, people, hit the like button, because I won't be here long. Just an observation. I just find it funny that many of our local coaches have finally found their voices. These are the same folks who were silent for the duration of Tupper Whitmore reign. Who has spoken? The prestige is lost with so many teams, in my opinion. Qualification-wise, I mean. I don't think, because remember now, Remember, all right, let's look at CONCACAF. If USA, Mexico, and Canada don't play, come on now, CONCACAF, the 8 teams are still competitive. Let me give you 8 teams that could provide really good competition. Panama is not an easy team. Costa Rica, right? Honduras. All these teams qualify for World Cup already, Haiti. Jamaica. And you don't talk about like your Suriname, your French Guyana, your Martinique. So I think it will be still competitive. I think it will still be competitive. That's my thought. I don't think, in fact, I think it is so unfair that Senegal and Egypt top their zone and one of them could get knocked out. You can imagine a World Cup without like Mane or Salomon. Come on, man. I think, yeah. Listen, look at Italy. Italy won the Euros and not going to make the World Cup. If UEFA had their 3 additional slots, Italy would have been in because they wouldn't have to go through a playoff. So I think almost every cycle, remember this is the second World Cup Italy not qualifying for now. You know, who knows the last team who did that? And what happened? Which team is the last big team to miss 2 consecutive World Cup and won the World Cup when they finally got through on the third try. Who knows that team? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody don't know? Let me go and count again. Make a guess. Which team missed? King Jav get it. France. France missed the World Cup in 1990. They missed the World Cup in 1994. And then they won the World Cup in 1998. France. So could it be that Italy will miss the World Cup in 2000, because they're going to miss 2022 and they miss 2018? Could it be that when they come to the World Cup in 2026, Italy wins it? That would be something else. History would be repeating itself. You understand me? Yeah, because Italy is missing the second World Cup. And you know what happened to? France actually won the Euros in the same kind of time frame that Italy won it and never qualified for the World Cup. So it's kind of interesting how history seems like it is repeating itself. But it is France, man, because they never qualified. They had a good team in 1994, never qualified in 1990, and they came to the 1998 World Cup. You might say, what kind of thing that who said first, man? Is yeah, man, King Jav said it first. Isn't it, King Jav? I thought, sorry, Tennessee. One is 11:32 and one is 11:33. You're old coming there. Sorry, boss. King Jav and Tennessee Lewis said at the same time. Let me put it that way. Oh, Coach Bradley Farran has finally found his tongue. I am just wondering if he has conveniently forgotten that Jamaica got slammed 9-0 from Costa Rica. Even Tapa Whitmore was on that team. I need to hear what he said though. I need to go and check out his comments. But people, I'm going to tell you because I have some good things about Paul Hall, you know. Jason, is it because that country in the Caribbean, if we're checking the alphabet, the letter that comes after the letter that starts Italy is a representation of that nation? I don't know. They never qualified in 19. They've never qualified in 1989. They're the host. Oh, yeah. No, they never qualified in 1998. Yes, it's true, DJ Liverpool Romain. Yeah, they didn't qualify. That's a good one. They never qualified. Good thing that they were the host. Good thing that they were the host. That is true. They never qualified, you know. They never qualified. Italy won Euros recently, so how could you say that, Jason? Yeah, man. Bless up M10. Yeah. But let's come back to the point. So let me say this. All right. The coaches, if there are coaches in Jamaica who have a problem with Paul Hall, let me tell you something. Paul Hall deserves an opportunity. You may not like all his decisions, but come on. What did you expect from the rest of the campaign? These 3 games should have no consequence on Paul Hall. I keep on saying it, that the games that he got from the moment we were unable to qualify, everything changed. And so I think Paul Hall needs to be given 2 years. So he will have the Nations League and the Gold Cup. And then you measure him, give him a 2-year contract with expectation with an option to extend based on team performance. All right. So give him a 2-year contract. This is my proposal. Can be correct. Give him a 2 years proposal, right? And option to extend for the qualified. Because remember, people forget this, that we don't have 4 years to prepare now. The World Cup cycle preparation is less than 4 years. Because remember, generally, you end at least 6 months before the World Cup campaign. And you start, says really, the World Cup campaign is really like a 1 year, 8 months window. All right, so give him 2 years with the option to extend. All right, I did not expect Jamaica to get a point from Canada, even if we had our better players, because we must admit that we have better players. Even if we had the better players, the most we could get, if everything was properly organized, I think the best result would have been a draw. All right. I still believe even with our best team, my expectation is that the Mexico game would have still been tough. So when you really look at what Paul Hall had to do, you can't judge him too harshly. So I cannot agree with a local coach or an overseas coach being too critical of Paul Hall. I think he needs to be given a 2-year opportunity to build something. That's number one. So 2 years with an option to extend. All right. I also believe that he needs to be given a clean slate, meaning no one who is associated with the direct management operation or with functions in the team needs to be in it after this match. Everyone needs to be removed with the exception of Paul Hall. All right? Then he must be given the liberty to select his team, including team manager, or at least with the team manager, he must be a part of the discussion, physical trainer, video analyst, goalkeeper coach, medical personnel, first assistant, second assistant. He must be a part of the people who are selected for these posts. All right? That's my thing. He must also be afforded the opportunity to establish a pool of persons who have an interest in Jamaica's football, in particular past players in North America and in England, to serve as a recruiting group. The one group in England would include him, right? And then you find some others in North America. And he must ask them to find, identify, and evaluate talent in specific position. The other thing that he needs to do is have a group of local players consistently training. That is, at least twice a month, there is a camp somewhere across Jamaica where the same, say 24 players, say 25 and under, are in training. He may not be able to, but he should send whatever training they should do and watch it over Zoom during his time. That way, he has his eyes on what is happening locally. He has his eyes on what is happening in England and eyes in the Americas. If he's going to continue after the 2 years into the World Cup qualifiers, then here's the thing. By that time, he should have at least 30 players that will play and go through the duration of the campaign, except that there is major injury. I say 30 because there should be an additional 10 slots for persons who will pop up on the radar at some point with exceptional skills and talent. And they must be not coming as a group of 10, but as 2 now and 2 now to properly integrate so we don't break up the chemistry that would have been with the players he has been working with. Those are my suggestions moving ahead, right? So, yeah. Tell me if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Claudia, let me read this one first before I come to Claudia. Bradley Stewart, it would be a folly to continue with Paul Hall. I need to find that now. What? Bradley Stewart? Come on, man. Do better than that, man. Come on, Bradley Stewart. Come on, man. No, sir, that no make no folly. Why? Come on, no. Let me make sure I check that. People, check up the like. Check the like button, man. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let me see if I can find that Bradley Stewart article and make sure that Eagle Republic never misread. Not like Miss R-E-I-D, no, like misread. Let me put misread. No, not read as in R-E-D. You understand what I mean? Don't. Yeah. That's good. That's a good one. Oh, yes. So sometimes you have to read the article, you know. Let me read it. Former National Assistant Coach Bradley Stewart believes it would be a mistake to continue with Paul Hall as coach of the Reggae Boys following their 4-0 drubbing by Canada in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying at the BMO Stadium in Canada on Sunday. Hall, who took over as interim coach after Theodore Whitmore was sacked last December, has not won any of his 6 matches in charge, with 1 draw being his best result. Coaching is about getting the required result. If you're doing certain things, it will ultimately lead to better results in game. This coach has not got any result that we can be proud of. I am not impressed, and it would be a great folly to hire a coach who cannot win a game, even though he says winning is not his primary goal, Stewart commented. He added that there's no confidence that the 49-year-old Hall has a capacity to deliver on the promises he has been making. He talks a lot, and we listen because we hope that some of the things he talks will make sense. As supporters, we read what the coach says out of respect, but we have lost a lot of respect for him. We? Who is the we? He says he has been given a job to take over from the previous coach who they claim, you see these words, was failing, but he's failing worse than the previous coach. Is he? Humble Lion coach Andrew Price said Hall was always going to have an uphill task and does not think Sunday result will have any significant bearing on his long-term future. Wise man Andrew Price, big up yourself. Price reasoned that Sunday's game was always going to be tough against Canada, a team on the brink of qualification in very cold conditions in Canada. However, he said it will be up to the technical committee to assess his performance over the period before deciding if they should persist with the England-born, I would rather say the Jamaica former international. See all these newspaper people, put the right thing in there, say the former Jamaica international. Why you have to put England-born former reggae boy? We don't need to know that. We don't need to know that. Gleaner man. We don't need to know that in a Gleaner man. Cha! You're part of the problem. They Canada knew they only needed a draw, and there were thousands of people at the BMO Stadium chanting for Canada. So we were definitely up against it, and it was not our strongest team. The weather condition played a big part in the result. The local players would not have been privileged to play in that sort of weather, so it was very trying conditions, and I saw the Canadian team use their advantage to great effect. Nevertheless, he thinks the Federation will be looking beyond Sunday's result to see if Hall is the right man to take the team forward. I don't think the result will have any bearing on whether they decide to hire him or not. He has been given a job for a certain period of time, and he's expected to perform. But the Jamaica Football Federation and Technical Committee must do the assessment. So here it is. So there are two coaches. So don't say the local coaches. You understand me? Because Andrew Price is saying, like me, that Sunday's game. So, Eagle Republic, you should have tell me the whole article, you know. Because you say the local coaches, and it's not the local coaches. It's just one of the local coaches. And then the other one who spoke, really spoke in terms of supporting Paul Albi on Sunday's result. Claudia, big up every day. You come here, give trouble. I don't agree with you, Claudia. Paul Hall needs to be given an opportunity. I don't agree with you. All right. I'm looking for progress and improvement in the playing style, and I see it. The win will come in the future. Give Hall a chance. Tapa was there 7 years, and I can't see or never see no improvement. All right. Good point. I'm looking for oh, you said that. Read that already. Bam. All the coaches who are talking about Paul Hall mustn't be given a chance. Should go. How them never come out and talk after the clear signs during the Gold Cup that our qualifiers would be in trouble. Yep. Very good point, M10 football. So I don't agree with that. Brain says, I am sure sports of the books you have read. Which one said, when you lose? No. All right. The book by John Maxwell that says, talks about failing forward, where it teaches that when you fail, you can go backwards or forward. So use your failure as a means of going forward. I don't know. You need to tell me, Brain Drain. Give me a book that I can read about when you lose, find an excuse. Listen, Brain Drain, listen, you need to write a book. That's a very good title right there. You're right, man. No coach should get a guaranteed 4-year contract. There should be a serious evaluation of the first 2 years to see if that's what I think. I mean, because 2 years gives you two tournaments. You understand me? To measure, I think 2 years is a fair enough time, in my opinion. Locals to management, don't make them crucify him because of that statement. Yeah. So I say without fear of anyone contradicting me, there's absolutely no coach in Jamaica that can bring the breadth and depth of knowledge and experience to rebuild the football program. Everton, I think locally, we would struggle to find a coach at the senior level in and of themselves that has the capacity to prepare a team for a campaign like this. A senior team. We may be able to do it with junior teams, but I think at the senior level, I think the capacity of the coaches need to increase at an international level, and they would need. So how it would work? Say for example, Andrew Edwards or Andrew Price or Rudolph Speed, one of these coaches, and they had like a Schaefer as a technical director, or you understand me, someone like one of the former USA coach, or they had like a Tite from Brazil as a technical director. I could see them doing it, but in and of themselves, I think there's a capacity building that needs to take place within our local coaches at the senior level to be able to prepare the team and to spot the talent on a global level. And I think that is one of the injustices to the campaign of Theodore Whitmore. He didn't have a technical director with enough international repute to kind of give him guidance and leadership in the tough moments. And I think A local coach would need that. Again, that's just my opinion. Peso, bless up yourself. Claudia, your words are very strong, you know. Most, if not all, Jamaican coaches are myopic in them thinking no local born coach should be a part of the national team going forward. I wouldn't say they shouldn't be a part. I think you have to find a way. So I think Paul Hall will have to find a way of integrating local coaches at some level of the program, because you're going to need them. He's not going to be here every time. So he's going to have to be pouring into someone else who can carry on the functions while he's not here. So I will not agree with saying that no local coach should be a part of the program. You have to have them as part of the program, because there needs to be capacity building. There needs to be a leaving of a legacy, because what you don't want is the same thing that happened with Simoes, that when that overseas coach goes away, a void is left that cannot be filled. You have to find a way of bringing these coaches up to par. And that is why for so long I've advocated that some of our coaches need to go away, not just to do a little 1 week course, but to go away and live in an environment where they're exposed to high quality international level coaching. I don't want them to go to a club per se. I want them to work with a national association, like one of those associations that generally does well. Like if they can work with the, get some post or get a space in the English FA or the French FA or the Spanish FA, where a local coach, or the German FA, where a local coach can go and even work with and see what happens in their under 20, under 23, the national youth system development, develop there, learn there for 6 or 9 months, right? And come back. Maybe that can be a FIFA-led or a CONCACAF-led program, or a program where the JFF find private sector funding to do that, and then bring that person back on the island. I think that would help. And when they are brought back, it is that, listen, you have gone, we have prepared you, we have sent you away, just like doctors. Doctors have to do a certain amount of time in the public health system, right? Because of how they are funded by the government. And so if you're a coach and the country or the business sector in the country sends you away, there has to be a stipulated time frame for you to reinvest some of that knowledge into the football. And then after that, you can do what you want to do. That's my thing. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. But there's a CONCACAF Champions League, man. There is. Just amazing to hear some coaches come out so strong against all. Say, how could they speak previously, but we're so careful not to. Yeah, but in the same article, Tennessee, I read it. Andrew Price did basically, I would say support Paul Hall, in my opinion. I am sure sports, you have more than 3K subscribers. Congrats. That said, you need to figure out the membership situation. All right. Okay. So, people, I'm going to work out the membership situation. Brain drain. I've asked you to help me with one thing. I have the person. The person is at my disposal. You and Jason. And this is the last time I'm putting out this SOS. I have a little bit of Calabar in me. You have a lot of Calabar in you. Jason has a lot of Calabar in you. I have the person who is ready, who has everything necessary to transform the Calabar football program to a championship football program for the next 5 years. Let's make it happen for Rabalak. Do you hear me, brain drain? Yeah, man. Big up, Mr. Cross. Yeah, Claudia, Lord. Let's call back John Barnes and give him a free hand with the 2-year stipulation and no improvement. And and we can. Claudia, look like you're vexed. You're using some very strong language. What? Come on, man. Claudia, behave yourself, right? All right. So here's what I think, because I also believe that there's a space going ahead for John Barnes. I think John Barnes need to be like the head of recruitment and assessment in Jamaica's football. So you remember I was talking about having persons recruiting. I think he should be, before it gets to like Paul Hall, that John Barnes should have a final say in some of those things to say. And I tell you why. Because when he was here, one of the things I loved about John Barnes is that it doesn't matter who you are, talent comes before relationship. It comes before relationship. And I know that, say, for example, I call and I say, hey, I have this footballer, you know, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. When somebody will say, hey, a management man, a good youth. You know, John Barnes is not like that. John Barnes is, listen, all right, let me assess, let me evaluate. I think so once those recruiters in North America and in Europe and in Jamaica have names, I think John Barnes should be the one who says, okay, nah, this person not going to fit into a system or a program because of the style of play. Nah, this person. And then the ones that are the cream of the crop would now be given to Paul Hall to work with. So I think there's a space for John Barnes, but I would not replace Paul Hall right now with John Barnes. That's me. But I think we have to find a space for him. So when we are going to talk to people in the Premier League, for example, John Barnes needs to be a part of that group of persons who goes and sit with that person and say, hey, I'm calling from the Jamaica Football Federation, and listen, we are preparing our program for the 2026 World Cup campaign. There are 16s going through. Listen, we are sure, having spoken to the man from I am sure, that we will be in it. All right. And we want you to be a part of the World Cup with us. Right. I want to sit down and meet with you and talk to you to outlay our plans to you. I think John Barnes should be a part of that group of persons. Yeah. Mrs. Reed. Pesa says a coach of Bradley Stewart repute don't stop a lead him astray. Shut your mouth, brilliant. Bridget, what is also a strong word? So why is there so quiet in the last side there? I can't answer that question. Football is a result game for sure. Yeah. But all right, Claudia, what were your expected results in the games that Paul Hall played? Because that you have to look at. Because there is result and there is expected result. In other words, there are, if I have a coach who has 5 games to play, he has Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich. And I take him as a coach with some group of players to go and play against these teams. I expect him to lose. So those results are bad. The end result is not the only result that I'm looking at. A next result we can look at is how the team performed, because that is a result. It's just not the end result. So the result could be, what is our set objective? Our objective is to play through the 3 phases. And when you look at it, we lost the game. But what if Paul Hall was able to get the team to play through these 3 phases? So result is relative in certain cases, in my opinion. So when we say, yes, it's a result-based business, is it the end result-based business or the results in the game? The other small battles that are won? Or is it the ultimate result that we use to measure the coach alone? Only 2 days ago, Paul was a savior. Oh, he of little faith. Yep. Get biblical pandemic, yes, brain drain. The best player from the 14 local parishes, the parish of England, USA, and Canada, should also be considered. True. I never know say Cephas did so good. Yeah, man. Listen. Okay, Cephas is, listen, I guarantee you that if Cephas, hey, the man is, listen, Cephas was a 100-meter and 200-meter runner, you know, that I hear that could have gone under 10 if he continue track and field. And he has skill. He's not normal. But he has some things to improve on his game. And this is what I love about Paul Hall, because I understand that he's going to be communicating with the clubs and with the players about some things they need to work on. So players like Cephas and Daniel Green and Tyreek Zemenes, while they remain in Jamaica and the Topi and the King, these guys should be in camp at least twice a month, going through some stuff. Instant gratification rather than building towards a better future. Yeah. Big up Everton Thomas. Tapa supporters are unhappy. Expected. So listen, leave Tapa alone, man. One of the things I appreciate with Coach Whitmore, let me say this. Coach Whitmore, in all of this, he has respectfully kept silent. Yet no one can connect any statement to him. And sometimes you have to give people respect. He could have come out and said, look what he could have written in the newspaper. He could have done interviews. But listen, the man has taken himself away completely. When his name has been brought up, it's not because he has said something. It's because people. And listen, you have to show, there are many coaches, if they were dealt with the way Whitmore was dealt with, justified or not, they may feel, they would be doing a lot of newspaper articles, saying a lot of things, come out harder against Paul Hall, criticizing and all of that. Listen, he has not done that. So respect due to Coach Whitmore. Big up yourself. Because many could not do what you're doing. So let us not, the truth is, until he says something, let's not involve or include him in it. Because he the only thing he has said, and I think it came from Paul Hall initially, is that Tapa supports him, Paul Hall, and spoke to him and congratulated him. So, yeah. So, no, yeah. Travis Bezos, those men have no vision. There is no, yeah. Jeff Nicholson, local coaches, them hurt themselves. True. Check, Jay Anyweather. Jay Anyweather, let me say this, right? So, apparently, they actually didn't go for real. I found that out yesterday. They were supposed to go whatever paperwork. I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to report what I heard, Dre. I need to make sure that it is 100% accurate. So by next week, when the campaign is over, the birds had to take a break. The cold in Canada was very difficult for the birds. So they are being thawed out now. So once that is done, I should be hearing from them shortly. They're still upset about their brethren losing their job. M10 says, what Bradley mean about claim was feeling? Really? No. See why we can never go forward. Boy. This is the Bradley Stewart Hour. Yeah? What? Never know that issue, man. Big up baller. Yeah. What's his name? I forget what his correct name. Give me the name, man. Good defender. Think his name is Cockin. is that his name? Cockins. Cockins. The one named Cockins, yeah, man. Yo, Cockins, what go on? Cockins, present miss. Is that his name? That's the one? Because we have a surname like that. We change it to Inns. Anyhow, me have a surname like that. When we go to school and they ask, what's your name? Inns. The coach and the Jamaica program does not make great or help develop players. Top talent, get the youth where they are. So local coaches need to assess themselves before talking. True. Jamaican Guna in the building. Real 9 says we need a full-time coach. Yeah. But we spoke about that earlier, saying that we need a coach who can give Paul Hall a 2-year contract, man, and then evaluate at that point. Nonetheless, losing to Honduras would be a public relation PR nightmare for Paul. We, brain drain. Management, people, this is management. Management is here to tell you that we will beat Honduras. This will be our first home win in World Cup qualifying since 2012. After 10 years, Jamaica will finally win a home game in World Cup qualifying. It will happen tomorrow at the office. We are going to play some good, offensive, attractive football. Mark my words. The fans who will turn up will be delighted. Reggae boys are going to do the job. Finally, I will get to smile. You know, long, we don't see a reggae boys without the stadium people. Yeah, I heard that he is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Bradley Stewart, Tennessee, you think Nigeria versus Ghana a big match? Egypt versus Senegal. Remember, Egypt and Senegal went to the African Cup of Nations final. Senegal won. Egypt won the first leg, won, and Senegal got a lot of chance. And this game is going to be played in Senegal, right? The big thing is this: that either Mane or Salah will miss the World Cup. Failing forward. Failure is a hallmark of success. Without failure, there will be no great successes. Oh, you know what you do, brain journey. You think you're smart. All you did was take failing forward. Google it. You turn in Devon Porter. Google me. You Google failing forward. Big up Mr. Porter in the building. Yeah, they can't do it without junior teams either because they are not giving everyone a chance. Let me not just say the coach, but whoever picked the pool of players. Yep. There is no common ground to build a team for one common goal. Jamaica national team will never get better because local people want local born and overseas people want overseas born only. There is no common ground to build a team for one common goal. Here's what people want. At the end of the day, people want results. That is the truth. If the results are good, like, and I said this yesterday and I'll say it again. If Jamaica qualified using all local players, nobody would be upset. If Jamaica qualified using all overseas born player, nobody would be upset. And if it was a combination of both, no one would be upset. The thing is that whatever the combination is, or the singularity is in terms of where players are from, at the end of the day, it is the result that matter. And with that being said, the only way you can get proven result is go beyond where players are from to who are the best available players. My issue with players is simply this. Whomever the players are going to be, from wherever the players are coming from, we need to get the best at the earliest. Let me say it again. Until we can figure out a comprehensive strategy to get the best players at the earliest possible time for the campaign, we're going to keep having issues. What needs to happen is that by the time you're at 7 and 8 games, you can't make household changes. It must be simple retail. One here, as the need arise. But the core of your team must be clearly established early enough so they can build chemistry and character and develop the competence to compete at the highest level. The local coaches need their license need to be upgraded in tactical and development of players. Yep. I am fine with a 2-year contract for Paul. I also agree he should be given a full reign to overall the program. That's what I think. Yeah, man, that's why I think Everton Jackson. And I would say that for any coach that they're going to put in place. This one says, it is your Portuguese, that's the reason why you support the Portuguese speaking Brazil. Oh, geez. I think what just happened? Oh. Where did I go? Where is this statement? Oh, geez, where is it? Yeah. So far up. It's so many comments. Oh my lord. It's so many comments. All right. Coming down. People, remember, hit the like button. We don't have a lot of time left and you're not doing nice. Hit the like button. Please. None of them local coaches are good. I wouldn't say that a coach for 75 years and one have any pro or A license or 3 have experience coaching any of the local level outside Jamaica. I wouldn't say that they are not good. I wouldn't say that. I'm afraid of using such strong language to describe people because there are certain capacities. If you look at even in the workplace, many people will say, listen, the carpenters, when they look at houses in the state, it don't mean that our carpenters and masons are not good. So I don't like to compare things that operate in different contexts. That's just me. But I give respect to people even if I disagree with what they say. Big up some Sir Brian Martin from Mullines. Team got a big win yesterday. Yeah, man, bless up, man. Mullines on the rise, using a lot of youngsters. Hey, Rajic Sharp, respect, man. Love this super sticker. Yeah, glad to know that it is working. Don't get to see a lot of them, so when we see them, big up Rajic Sharp. Respect, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what is funny? I think a lot of persons, there may be more, but there's a lot of persons who share the same sentiment as Andrew Price as well. So I think there is a balance. Maybe it's slightly tilted to the Bradley Stewart kind of view. Can someone who have been watching Jamaica since June 28, 2009 until now highlight the evolution of our football? Please include the result if you may. Thank you. So, M10, come talk to the people then, man, and give us some of the knowledge you have, man. You're just keeping the knowledge to yourself. Management, don't listen to empty barrels. They make the most noise, but have no solution. Paul all is the way forward, trust me. I know coming up under Carlos Casagrande and Watford youth team. Yeah, man. Listen, he has to be given the opportunity. I don't know. There's nothing that I see that you can measure him on to determine that he's not qualified for the job so far. If you had not given him the interim position, I could understand. But the fact that you gave it to him, you can't use these games to measure him. Yeah. Claudia, list John Vaughn's knowledge and experience as a program development coach that qualifies him to take over from Paul Hall. Yeah, that's a very good question, Everton Jackson. Let me see if Claudia answers that. Big up, Manins man. You are doing a wonderful job. Teach them up to the max. You check. Yeah, but big up Ian Miller. Manins, Claudia H wanted to party. Bridget, one thing I'm not doing, not troubling Claudia, If John Barr is so good as a coach, him not coaching a EPL, French, German, or Italian league. All right, we're not going to get that job. What I will say is that there's a space for John Barnes, but Paul Hall needs to be the coach. And I've explained that already. So I'm not going to get into that. Go now. Just from watching the Canada game, you can tell me the level of coaching. JPL players are a reflection of the football education on the island. Man, them look lost, bro. All right, Mad Vibes, I can understand some of your sentiments, but you know that Mariappa came out and said that he has never played in conditions like this before. And he said that it was one of the most adverse conditions he has played in his international career. All right, this is someone who lives in England that is a little bit colder than Jamaica. So understand that. It is unfair. It is unfair to use this game to measure the quality of the local league and the quality of the local players. All right? You can use other things. But because of the conditions, these guys were called up suddenly. They never had enough time to prepare, playing in a new system, and they traveled to a new country, some for the first time. Limited time to prepare, limited time to adjust. All right? We playing against a team that right now is the number one team in the region, in conditions that are adverse, with a coach that is new. They were not a part of the campaign, so I think it is too harsh to judge them. I would say leave the local players alone. And here's why. The first game that we played, the local players who played well. Richard King played well, Daniel Green played well, and Atafari Bygrave came on and played well. The previous local player that played in the campaign was King. I think he played in the Costa Rica game, and he had a very good game. All right, so we can't now use the Canada game to say that the league and the players and something is wrong. Right? Where you and I agree is that the coaching at the international level needs to be sorted out. Also, our local players need to take their job seriously, take their profession seriously. All right? Brain Drain takes his profession seriously. Jason takes his profession seriously. You, Mad Vibes, take your profession seriously. So when there are courses available, you go and you do it. There are many things that you do so that you can perform at the optimum level in your function. So our local players need to do certain things, develop certain discipline in their personal lives so that when they come on the international scene, they market themselves in such a way that they can get big contracts. But I'm not going to sit here and say that the local league is great, but there are good players in it. And it has a lot of improving to do, but they are good games. And I've also watched other leagues that the quality is not far from the Jamaican Football League. But those nations do very well. Like the Canadian League is not a high quality league. But look at the kind of players that Canada is producing. Why? Because most of their players don't play in their local league. Their best players, and this is what needs to happen, our best players need to be in the best leagues in the world, so when we come to the international level. But there's a place for the local league, because you can't stop the local league. It just needs to improve. And the improvement of the league is not just a coaching improvement, it is the finances and the players. The players need to work on their games. Because if you're not getting paid, you're still playing. Cephas and Martin of Arnett are two good prospects for the future if given a chance. The national level. Twice a month, I would say twice every week. No, I think that will be hard because they still have commitments to their clubs. One major problem I have with the technical committee, how comes they were unable to see the groundbreaking changes in a team like Canada and plan a counter. Yeah. Good point, Ishmael. Going under 10 seconds is exceptional. Rare event might not be so rare for a subset of Jamaicans though. All right, then you have they need strength training. Absolutely. Our issue is still tactically. They look like they're learning, but Canada just did the simple tactical things very consistently. and their wingers were dribbling at players while always turned back the ball. Good point. I think the tactical awareness of football needs to improve. The mental side of the game. I think that's a very good point. Professional pro club football. Oh, no, local ball, nothing professional, bro. Party and rum, I that them love, bro. Where is Duncan from JC? Here is Serbia, second division. Alex, you never hear that from my channel already? That Duncan is in Serbia. Oh, you come up like you reveal. Look what time we do that, man. We not do a whole program of Duncan McKenzie. Alex, I go like king can go around people, you know. Yeah, your pink eye better. Come here say you have pink eye, you know. Yeah, international birds. You understand me? Bradley a big coach, alright. Yeah, now this is the war start. Malik, yeah man, Malik Barn, a couple of houses. Yeah, one. Yeah, two. Yeah, two houses away from me, you know. Yeah. Two houses on the Whitehall Avenue. We shouldn't ignore talent, but JPL players should not be. You can't say they should not be in the national team. Herdman told the Canadian team they need to challenge themselves in order to stay on the team, meaning Europe. No, you can't say they should not be. They should not be. Right? Because if a player is good enough, you can't say because you play locally, you cannot be. You can't do that. What you must say is that they must be as good as the other players or better. But don't just put them in there because you want a local. But we can't say they should not. I think I know what you mean, you know, but you have to be careful with the words because when this comes out and a local player say it, you're basically saying that as long as you play in Jamaica, you should not play for you cannot play for Jamaica. You can't. That's not what you mean, but that's how the statement comes across. And that can't be right for you to say to a player, if you play in Jamaica. Though Canada may say that. Brazil have players who play in the local league, always that play in the national team. Argentina, America, England, Spain, Germany, Costa Rica, Honduras, Panama, El Salvador. Let me go. All of these nations. So just be careful because remember, you know, we have local players who are in this right now, watching and listening to this, you know. A lot of local players follow my talent, especially players in the league right now. And they listen to it. Yeah, they're defrosting. They're defrosting the beak. Not the brain. Oh, and they are defrosting the beak. Because it's the beak, you know, but the words have come out. That's the way. Yeah, man, Jamaica beating Honduras, man. We can't stay at stadium so late in the night for any other result. And then Hall will be the man again. All right. They said a new change from the office to the office space. Oh my lord, you guys are the greatest. Travis Spencer, so yeah, friend, boss IP, my nephew mode. Oh, boss up my nephew mode. Okay, yeah, Ishmael, yeah. Forget say you're connected now. There you go. The team went to Blake restaurant for dinner the other night. I like to see that. Yeah? Where is Blake restaurant, Rob Simmons? Blake have a restaurant? Hey, Blake, where's the restaurant, man? We need to come check out the restaurant, you know. You never know say Blake have a restaurant. Where's the restaurant? Where's the restaurant? Rob Simmons, where's the restaurant? Plenty vibes in the stadium. Does watching the match at work count as work? Bridget, you are artificial intelligence. What are you? What are you worried about? Don't. You understand me? This don't bother you. You can do multiple functions, man. Come on. Multiple functions. That don't bother you. People, please remember to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah. Wayne Harris, I would say 2 years first and then see how it goes from there. Ishmael, I think he came into the game with the injury. Because I think when he came out, I didn't see when he got the injury in the game. I think he came out. He came into the game with that bandage. I don't know if it happened in warm-up or stuff like that. Yeah, man. People, hit the share button, man. Let other people know about the content. Let me see what is going on. Let me check it out. I need to check out what's going on. And all of you people saying, you know what is funny? The people say, yeah, JPL is all of this. And then when you do the videos on the JPL, them not watch them, you know. If you make them 30 seconds, them not watching them. You understand me? Come on, man. Support the JPL. Oh, my Lord. Come on. We need some more likes. We need to get the likes up to 100. We are at 43 right now. So please, come on. Let's get the likes going again. And then I share some other information with you. All right. Big up our London Nicholas with the super sticker. Appreciate it. Yeah. Max John, you change your coach because he started rebuild with substantial substandard material. Yeah, but you have to also bear in mind that this is not the rebuild. He had to use what was available to him. I cannot blame Paul Hall because Paul Hall had other players who decided not to turn up. I can't fire him. I'm not doing that. I'm keeping him and I'm giving him a couple of years. You understand me? Yeah. So I wouldn't change him, Max John. Respect Orlando. Bless up, coach. Big up yourself. Wayne says, man, them throwing battles in. Why would they throw battles if Senegal leading? You tell me that the Egyptian. Why would the Senegalese throw battles if they are leading Egypt? What? That don't make any sense. You're sure? Or they're just celebrating the goal? Brethren, not no wrong forum, man. What do you mean that the Chris? It was fake? It was not fake. It was not fake. But we're not going to discuss that right here. We're not going to discuss right there. With Brethren, cool now, man. Leon is now with Flow, so why can't JFF get them on board as a sponsor? Because sponsors want to put money in something that is successful. Right now, the program is losing. If the girls qualify for the World Cup, you're going to see that if the under 20, if you're not doing well, nobody go. Leon Bailey is doing well. It's easy. All right, let me give you a good example. You see anybody running down to sponsor you and Blake? Anybody running to sponsor, let me see, what's her name? Anisha McCloughlin? Because if that's how the marketplace works. If you are not winning, people not going to attach the brand to that. So the moment the team start winning, then sponsors will come. The good results will bring on good sponsors. Management, please, a lot note that Adrian has also played over 600. Adrian has professional games. Oh, Adrian Maps. And he has gone over 50 caps for Jamaica as well. Man, I understand the call was a factor, but we need to admit that the local players were outclassed and tactic. Yeah, the Canadian players tactically were better and all of that. No, man, I'm not saying that, but that don't mean that because somebody's better than you, don't mean that you're not good. Usain Bolt is better than Asafa Powell, but Asafa Powell is still good. So because somebody is better than you does not mean that you are not good. What I have a problem with is that okay, Canada, the Canadians are better than the Jamaicans right now. But that don't mean the Jamaicans are not good. They're just not at Canada's level. I am sure that if Jamaica go and play a lot of the teams in the Caribbean with their best team and even Canada, it would be a different ball game. I've played sports in those conditions, American football. I can't imagine how it was for players that have never. The field was frozen. The ball must have. Listen, I'm telling you. All right. So when the whole campaign is over, I'm going to interview players. Hopefully that they will still come on. There were players who didn't want the ball. I'm telling you, when they said they felt like if the ball hit them, like their leg would have cracked. I'm telling you that there were players on the Jamaicans. Remember, my relatives went to the game, and they are Canadian Jamaicans. And when the game was finished, because they said that they weren't moving and they were crammed together, had on 2-pants, sweaters, all of those things. And they said that they couldn't take their hand out of their pockets. He had to turn on the car and had the car running and had the heat on before he went into it. So it was hot, basically. And these are people who live in Canada. So were the Canadians better? Absolutely. But the conditions were terrible. I am telling you. Listen, I always tell people this. You see, until you go in the condition, you don't understand it. You don't understand it. That you have a fear. You have a fear of the ball touching your toe, of kicking the ball, because you think your foot will be broken. Mad vibes. You know when I'm mad vibes. Mad vibes, you know, because you sound like you live in Canada or you go through Canada. You know, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't want to speak about Javian Brown because it won't be good. Man, don't forget to big up Miguel Cole for winning the U23 title with his club. Yeah, he did win the title over there. Miguel Cole, bless up. Miguel Cole need to come Jamaica, work with one of them clubs here, or see if he can get, I don't know. But, he's a good one again that we can have as part of the system at some level, I think. That's my point, man. CPL players don't make it on the Canadian team because they aren't good enough, and this is accepted by everyone from Canada. Yeah, but what I was saying though is that happens in Canada, but all the other nations have players from the local league. So I agree that the local league is not the greatest. What I'm saying though is that you cannot. It's not fair to say if you play local football, you cannot play for Jamaica. That statement is not wise or right. Because there may be a local player who is good enough. You can't say to a player in Jamaica, you can't say to Jamaican players, listen, as long as you're playing in Jamaica, you can't play for the national team. That's all I'm saying. The statement comes across that way. What you are probably saying is that the players who play locally, they are probably not the best quality. They have to improve. And if they improve, they can get in. That I can agree with. But to say that if you play locally, you're not good enough to play for the country, to me, is too extreme. That's it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm saying. Management, far too many of our locals spend too much time in. Hey, you know that is true? Like, this is crazy. Like one guy said he spent like 6 hours to do him here. Chaja, can't believe that. My name's man, I'm at work, bro, but you have some idiots coming. Some of our dudes went overseas for the first time. Give them a break. Yeah. I listen. I'm going to tell you again. You're real old ball. I'm not going to use the words that you use. But unless you're in the brethren, I have played foot. I've played ball in cold. Mark, you pick up ball, I may stop and go in my yard. Mad. Last time you feel like the party of your body, like when you go up for your wife, you don't go have it. It a go drop off and gone about it business, brother. Me say, me, you must for free. Me pack up myself. I'm going no more. Certain conditions, it rough when you're not used to it. Hey, Alex, lie. Alex, lie. Alex, call me. Alex, you come on the thing yesterday and say you have pink eye, and then today you come on and say it better. Where's your life? Alex, you're lying. Reggie, if you stop telling lie, you know what kids used to say, Alex? You stop telling lie, and my lightning strike you. And them always say lies are abomination unto the Lord. You stop telling lie, bro. Yeah, I know that oh geez, Drew is available. A lot of like Marlo Sweatman, a lot of the ladies who are absent will be available. I know that Drew Spence, she's available, and Jade. I know those two, but there are a few others who by the time they get to the game, I understand that most of them, and then some of those who weren't like Sweatman and a couple of others will be in the team for the next set of games. So the team should be stronger. So I suspect that some persons who are in the last window in the team will not be in it because some of those players are coming into the team. That's what I heard, Dre. So, but I'll find out and then I'll send you a message with that info. Yeah, man, a lot of people were there, man, at the game. All right, so Alex, I chub you still. Yo, they want to prove to me. All right, they want to prove to me, people. Cause Alex, I'm a friend, you know. Oh, jeez, the man. All right, look, let me see what Alex saying right here now. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, man. People are true. Alex, they have pink eye. Are true. Him they have pink eye. Him send the picture. Him they have pink eye. Ishmael, do that now. Ishmael, somebody is asking if you can give us an idea from one of your relatives, because you have a relative who play in the league, what they do off the field. Don't worry yourself. After the campaign, I'm going to get some of the players to talk about what they do outside of training to develop their games. I'm going to do that. But Mannings, you can't. What is going on? What is going on with my phone? You can't. Hold on there, what's going with the phone? Hold on there, what's going with the phone there? Go to the phone there. The phone a malfunction. Mannings, man. You can't. Us, Brazil, and other big football nations, that comparison, bro, don't make any sense. No, Lord have mercy. All right, so what I learned, J. Ross, is there's a difference between comparison and comparing principles and processes. So I'm not comparing Brazil to Jamaica, but I'm looking at the principle that we're having a conversation about. So the conversation is the subject of the discussion. The conversation was this. Mad Vibe said, Canada don't use players from their local leagues to play their national team. I am saying to you that is one example. Brazil, Argentina, El Salvador, Panama, Mexico, USA, Honduras. I mentioned CONCACAF nation, Brazil, and say that all of these nations. Now, what you have done, you have taken only one name out. You never use El Salvador because I call El Salvador. You never use Costa Rica, I call it Costa Rica. You never use the United States because I call them, you use Brazil. All right, so all I'm saying is that the comparison is not with the nation. It is the comparison with the principle. And the principle is that you can use local players from your nation to play for your national team. That is not the issue. The issue is the quality of the players. And therefore, we should not say that if you play football locally, you cannot represent your national team. That is a distinction that I am making. All right? Yeah, man, Rudolph Austin coming up later. Listen, and he's going to talk about the same issue we're talking about, the issue of the players. This is going to be a very interesting interview later because he's going to talk about very soft-spoken and humble youth, Rudolph Austin. He's going to talk about even just coming back as a professional, how difficult it is to get even youngsters. He trains harder than most of the youngsters. I'm telling you, we're going to talk to him. On a side note, not to the track, but the women's playing next week, Thursday. Any word on the team? I just answered that job. Yes, so the game is going to be played at Sabina Park as well. Yeah, you know, whenever, yes, from. Right. Hey, some of the time I miss some of the things, you know. Blake Restaurant is in the Clarendon. Oh, it's either in Clarendon or Mandeville. Oh, it named Kick Out. Hey, Blake. Change the name of the restaurant. You can't call the restaurant Kick Out, brother. That's why you have to kick out the ball, them. That's why you have to kick out the ball, them. Because you call the restaurant Kick Out. Stop. Don't change the name. Call the restaurant Pass Out. Maybe that's not a good name. Because if you go to the restaurant, you probably pass out. You understand me? But you haven't got to change the name. You have to get a better name than that. We can't manage to kick out. Or call it roll out. Or save. You understand me? Can't name. The restaurant can't have that name. When last the JPL team was in contention for CONCACAF Champions League title or even reach the quarterfinals, we know the JPL is not competitive with the rest of CONCACAF. Okay. Yeah, we agree with that. But because the league is not competitive with the rest of CONCACAF, that does not constitute the truth that no player in it can ever play for Jamaica. That's what the argument is about, you know. The argument is one person said no player who plays in Jamaica should play for the national team. That I put to you, Jairus, is not logical or balanced or a sane conversation. And you cannot say because we are not as competitive with the Trinidad and Tobago League or with the El Salvadorian League or with the Costa Rican League, because even we have Jamaicans who were not leading goal scorer in Jamaica go to Costa Rica and lead the league in goal scoring, and they use players from that league. Same thing with El Salvador. We have had players from our league in Jamaica leave and go and play in MLS and do well. So there will be players locally who can play for Jamaica. That's all. To say that no player from, and here's it. All you have to answer is this one question, Jairus. Because we don't have to go around this, you know. And that's a simple question. Are you saying that any player who plays in Jamaica cannot play for Jamaica? That's the question. And answer that question, and then we can move on with the discussion. Oh, there you go. I think we're saying this. At most, the best 3 players from the JPL should be considered. Okay. Otherwise, use the best overseas players. Yeah. No, but then Jairus, Lord have mercy, man. Why can make me talk so much, brother? And then the same thing we are saying, man. Now the same thing all we are saying, man. I think all of us say the same thing. Big up checking. Tyrone Williams in the building. No league in the world will be successful without friend. Me now go. Blake Adidas sponsor will keep him fat for life. He don't need flow. Oh. My mother always told me to be careful what I pray for, folks. We want to have JPL players get exposed. Well, many were exposed by so why are we crying? Because our prayers were answered. Lord of mercy. Hey, but now I'm going to take up the thing. EPL team would be worthless in the Champions League without foreign players. See, now argument gone down a different part, and we're going to leave, you know. Now JPL players feature in the campaign, but we are blaming them. YouTube and man players, yeah. It really was cold. BMO Field is located in the shoreline of Lake Ontario, one of the largest lakes in the world. Hey, my advice, me no, you know, I don't know what you talked about earlier, I know, but the conditions are thinking, you know, because I'm sure, bro. Yeah, I am sure, Sport. What was the preparation for the weather condition? It cannot be to do nothing and complain after. Listen, because when the players traveled, they didn't have the proper. Hey, we have to wait until. I tried to keep the positive until after the final game, because the preparation going over there now. You know how the players got stuff. They didn't bring the proper stuff, you know, for the game, you know. They were bought. So that is even an X factor. Duckland, no man. The thrill of that we got in the stadium had nothing to do with the weather. It had to do with I think organization and management, and I think probably people being vindictive. I don't know, but it just never made any sense. All right, so what if the local players play and they beat Honduras? I wouldn't come out and say, see how the local players are great. No. I wouldn't. In the same way, I'm not going to look at the Canadian game and say that they are bad. If they beat Honduras, I'm not going to come out and say, hey, the local players are great. Look at that. No. We can't do that. The conversation must be balanced. So, yeah. The JFF to open up the stadium so Jamaican can have a fantastic game and give the Reggae Boys great send-off. Jobless. I don't think... Listen, I'm not share the idea, no, because watch it. Some of the people them never that buy no ticket for go. We don't forget no free ticket. But I gotta open up stadium. Pay money. Pay money. If the JFF want to do anything, just charge the people them $500 or $1,000. But then have to pay some money. What not go on with? Pay some money and give the players them a little bonus. Yeah, talk about no free thing around here. Pay some money. Yeah, we'll see. No one is saying that. What about friendlies? Are they not a singing? No, Jairus, that is what Mad Vibes, was it Mad Vibes said initially, you know, that is what I was responding to. So I think you missed that part. I think but I think we're at the same place now. All right, so people, let me tell you about friendlies. So this is why my plan works, because when the next World Cup campaign comes around, there are only 36 games that are available, including the 18 World Cup games and stuff. So when you calculate the amount of windows, if you go 2 games in every window, you'll have around 36 games because there are 18 windows. So people don't calculate these things, you know, but we're going to do a complete show on this on Saturday. So you can know the amount of games we will have. Now, that is why I believed one of the things that we can do is prepare a local group of players and have them playing friendlies against the Turks and the Caicos and the Cayman Islands, who have a lot of their local players. And then when the USL players are probably not in their teams, you could bring them in and do that, right? So you can be developing them while we have the scouts. I kind of outlined that. I don't want to go over it again. That is why I'm suggesting that, you know, because these guys need more international games so they can understand the context of that. Those games. for when the more meaningful game come, you can say, listen, if you take one, if you have 24 players preparing in Jamaica, and then you say you're playing in the Gold Cup and you take one, that player that you take would have played at least 6 friendlies with Caribbean countries, and that player would have been training every week with instruction from the head coach. So by the time he gets to, you're taking the best out of the 24, by the time he gets into the senior team, he is closer to those playing overseas. So I think that is the plan that we discussed earlier, J. Ross. Maybe I missed that part. Yeah. Yes, my name is, I'm from JA. In private school, in Canada school, you have to be outside during recess, even before we grew up playing outdoors. Then I tell you, you have to learn it, brother. Then I tell you what. Yeah, that's why CEOs get paid millions and people who complain get $10 per hour. High performance, find solution. Hey, brain drain. Listen, I need you to call in and talk on the program. I need a brain drain. You need to come and share some of this wealth of knowledge with us. People have to go. Man, we can't find gems in the local league, but no point should there be more than 3, simply because they are better ones usually. There you go. I said this to somebody the other day, that we must not say, oh, the local league is a great league, because here's what. The good players are going to leave. Let me say it again. With the local league, the problem the local league is going to have in this present time is that if you're good, you're gone. If you're here, you're average. That's the truth. Let me say it again. In the local league, if you're good, you're gone. If you're here, you're average or old. All right, let me put it this way. Easy way. You really remember this. If you're good, you're gone. If you're here, it is your age or your average. The only reason you're in Jamaica is you're an average player or your age. Either you're too old or you're too young. Outside of that, the good players are gone. So the league will not be the best quality, but you will have some quality in it. Oh, Lord. Maybe I have to read the comment there before we put them up in there. Ram Simmons, you have to explain what this means. I don't know this. I don't know what that means at all. Cheers, I don't look at it, but I don't like one-sided thing. Just criticizing every local and generalizing all Jamaican is bad. Yeah. Yeah, you understand me. There you go. Owen. You know what? Listen. Oh, they try to blind. Hey, some people take the World Cup campaign. The next thing that our government need to do, you know. There you go. Jamaican Youth Trouble says it was ridiculously cold. Tell us some more about how cold it was, Jamaica. Let me tell you. You know what happened? We Jamaicans are not allowed to be hostile to opposing team and fans. That is something that needs to change. Why we can't play the game at 12 o'clock in the boiling sun when Canada playing it in the coldest climate possible? Why? They chose this late to play the game so that they could put it in an environment that would be, uncomfortable for us. So why we don't get the option of playing it? Playing our games at a place where we can get the fans right over them, talking to them, and all of those things. We need, some of these things need to change in terms of policies that we have to govern football. Eagle Republic. But now put up the comment, the Eagle Republic. But now put up the comment. Yeah, get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. We're coming to the end of the show. Go to what it was. We need to have more former players in the administrative aspect of, yeah. Good point. I agree with that as well. Lenny Griffiths, bless up. Welcome, man. Panama game was a big mess. Tapa was proving a point between homegrown players and foreign players. And that's why he started that team. I suspect that is saying true. Jairus, I get that, but we need to be objective as well, and ourselves be able to take criticism also. It's really not one-sided. Yeah, good point. I think Jairus and us have finally come around. I think it makes sense now. Somebody said the restaurant is in Old Harbor. You sure? you say pass out bad for business. He wants to pass out bad for business. Kick out bad for business, brother. You wanna kick out the ball them. Hey, Andre Blake. I blame the local schoolboy coaches for the players' work ethic. Yep. And I'm going to talk, and whenever the coaches come on, I'm going to bring up this issue. I'm going to come, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, promote. Yeah, say Dre. Oh, Dre, you get the thing. The man promote in food, in restaurant on the field. Yeah, the man say. Yeah, every time the man hold the ball, the man say up, kick out. Hey, Andre Blake, change the restaurant name to Pass Out. Because we need to pass out the ball and stop kick out the ball. So change the restaurant name to Pass Out. You understand me? I think that work better. Canada is fortunate to have MLS team Toronto FC and Montreal Impact. Most of our young standout talents are state towards. And Vancouver, they have Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver. Florida and California. Listen, but those guys have been playing in those conditions. It is not so when they go, for example, to play in Green Bay or in Buffalo, these guys have also spent time. Some of them probably went to colleges in cold climates. Again, a lot of these guys were leaving Jamaica for the first time. Anyone made that comment should get lashes. I want to leash it. Hey, we not laugh no more. Hey, watch out though, we're gonna leave it up. Boy. Our society scarcity mindset is embedded throughout our society. I would keep the king, green, and the 5 that came on in the Canada game. The rest not ready. Listen, I would still keep Christopher Pearson around the team, and I think Tariq Xemenes can be around the team. Green, King can be around the team as well. They are young. Yeah, I think those are the younger players who went. Even Nicholas Nelson, who started the game, he's I think 22 years old, so he's not old, and he was a standout. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Jairus. Like I said, Jairus, I think all of us are saying the same thing, but we were saying it in a different way. You understand? I think that's it. Blunders probably does play a significant part in what happened. Yeah, I think there were the players were not prepared, man. Yeah. IT push. Big up. No, money. Make the game free or make it free for kids. Make money. Yeah. No, I agree, you know. Like, I would want the kids to attend the game free. Like, kids, I would say, listen, here's what I do. Ladies free. Ladies free. All ladies free. You know, say if you say ladies free, stadium pack. You know what I'm saying? Every mother turn up. Maestro, wow, go on, Maestro. Wow, go on, Maestro. You good? Mess up yourself, you know. You don't know. You get the message, don't it? Let me see. You get the message, you know. The one Maestro, man. The one Maestro in the building. You see what the man asked, Maestro? We tell the Maestro that the people don't ask to the interview, you know. Yes. You think a joke thing we have met, Maestro? The people never ask for the interview, Maestro. You understand what we say? You have to know what you're doing, you know. You have to come out, you have to enter the chat room, you know, in a disguise, you know. Because the people them know, you know. You understand me? You have to ask about the interview. Yeah, we need to form a friendly relationship with TNT, Cuba, Haiti, DR, and Cayman in relation to football friendlies. Captain at least had something close to that. Yep. Yeah, and I think we can also, listen, I think we can play some of these nations all in Florida, you know, because just find some of those places you have a lot of Jamaican and play games over there. Yeah, the man was say, you know, see Maestro answer you already, man. Maestro know why not go on yet, man. Easy no, man. We are Maestro at work, man. That is what we need to do. We have to have a good relation. Like, remember there was a time when all of these Jamaicans were in the Turk and Caicos Island? We could play with them, you know. Those countries have monies, you know. So you can ask them to host us. Bahamas. Because are the local players. Play against some of those nations. Cayman Islands. Ask them to host us. We want to come and play a friendly against you. Understand? 9 minutes to go. Oh, the restaurant. Some people say the restaurant is in Clarendon. I did not see LB7 with the players. Kick out sports bar. Okay. Man, if you change the name. We have to find somebody find a better name because them say pass out can't work. So frostbite is real, alright, boss. But maybe he had other arrangement. He just signed with Flo. People say, okay. That's Lee and Bailey. Better yet, I'll try to get you an interview. All right, Ishmael, not a problem, man. Man, you're spot on about a home game location. I think Sabina Park may be a better place to play home games. It was refurbished a decade ago and fans are close. Yeah, man, I think like Sabina Park, Jamaica need to get permission to play some of the games at Sabina Park. So we can, you understand me, we can be hostile to some of our opponents like how they are to us. What are they say? Yes, that man is man. Blake at church, man. Can't call the restaurant pass out. You hear me? So, what are they? So, do you realize that when the man call the restaurant kick out, and that go on the field? So, you need to call it pass out. That's a real dread. That is the only thing. That is the only thing. Yep. Plus, Euro teams also have academies here like Barca, Junior, Sporting, Inter. Also, many kids have Euro passport to get into academies. Yeah. That's a good point, Mad Five. Some of these things is what we need. Yo. Yeah, okay. I'm right here. All right, just going through the comments. None of the local players deserve to be in the team. In it to do what? Okay, I disagree with you, Kwani. But if that is your opinion, we're not going to fight. You understand me? I think Pearson needs to be around the team. I think King is good enough to be around the team and develop and, be coached by Paul Hall and given some instruction. I also think like Daniel Green didn't look bad. Nicholas Nelson is also young. I think those players, and Zeminis as well, I think he's a 17-year-old and he has a lot of growth and he's going to be in Europe. probably by the end of this year. So I wouldn't say that, but I can understand your frustration. You understand me? I recently saw some highlights of Indian League and commentator kept confusing brother. They kept referring to this dark skinned player as Jamaican international Fletcher. No, okay, so. Ah, jeez. Yo, the man them not easy, you know. Yeah, man, Fletcher over there. Oh. All right, sir, you not a problem. The man on the road. If you was a coach, would you play 8 players you have never seen play before? Hall, no, the head coach. I think. Oh, that is between you and Ishmael. Jimenez, yeah, man. Maggie, King. Yeah, Mannings. What happened to keep? Yeah, you know that. He was feeling ill, so we're gonna try and do it next week. That's it. So I don't know if you spoke back to him, but he was having the flu and so he wasn't able to. But he committed to doing it. So we're gonna have him. We're gonna have Admiral Bailey. We have a couple of people lined up. All right, people. So gotta make a move. You understand me? We have like 4 minutes. I want to thank all of you. You know, I mean, first and foremost for the fact that in 1 year we have managed to, you know, have like 3,000 subscribers in a year, you know, and that's good. So really appreciate that, and that is because of all of you who watch and share our content, and so please continue to do so. Really appreciate that. Continue to hit the like button. When you hit the like button, what happens is that it helps with the algorithms, and that helps the channel. All right. You can also subscribe. Maybe you have nothing, you don't know how to do it. All you have to do is have a Gmail account. So all you have to do to get a Gmail account is just start a new Gmail account. It's very easy. And once you do that, you can subscribe to the channel. All right. Yeah. So share the content as well and let someone else know that we are doing this and you can be a part of it. Really appreciate your company. Thanks for all the super stickers and the super chats, for all the comments and the suggestions. And I want you to know that I record a lot of these stuff and add to them and send them on to relevant people. There's a lot of things that the discussions that we have had have helped to initiate in our football and change. For example, let me give you one thing. I know that like the JPL, Mr. Williams, I mean, big up Mr. Christopher Williams. He watches the program on the JPL and he will take ideas and try to implement them in the JPL. And that is why you see that in terms of crowd attendance and the things around the game, the JPL, he's doing a lot of work. And so don't underestimate the impact of the comments that make sense. Because the truth is, when your comments make sense, people can make sense. What do I mean by that? You may be saying, man, so when your comment makes sense, SENSE, people can make sense. CENTS, right? So make comments that make sense so that other people can make sense, meaning dollars and cents. Can we do that? Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Remember, we have Rudolph Austin at 8:30 this evening. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be fantastic. I'm Manningsman. This is I Am Sure Sports. And we are over and out. Bless up one and all. Have a blessed day. And please be safe.